just the youth vote, though, being unwelcomed in the barnacle-encrusted establishment. Okay.
That was their establishment guy.
It's also, when it comes to the new Obama voters, the minorities. We really did not integrate the new Obama voters into the party. We said after the election, when Obama was elected, oh, look at all these wonderful new voters. We've got to get them in the habit of voting Democratic. But we sat on our keister and did nothing. And I lay that directly to those barnacle-encrusted establishments that kind of feared them and thought, well, that will change the complexion of the party, and I do mean complexion, okay, and they might take some of my turf.
Right.
And I think that we've got to start right there in the Reformation.
You and I are saying the same thing. I always get a kick, what turf?
Yeah, well, that was my
what is it that you are protecting? I mean, there are a lot of things we're fighting for. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But you're right, and
I got to lose a few more.
you know, but we got to start now to do it. And, you know, we're all talking. I went down and breakfast with Governor Kane last week in Richmond. We all got to step up and do what we need to do to build it back. But I don't want people to be depressed. First of all, it's not my nature. We had a bad little hiccup there, and you know, the consequences, you know, we'll pay for 10 years on the redistricting and all that. You know, we're still right in.
Other than that.
Well, you just redistrict when you get the majority back, like they did in Texas.
Yeah, but that's
You
not
don't
10
have
years.
to wait 10 years.
What's every 10 years?
I know.
Oh.
But
well,
I mean,
oh.
after they.
So you're telling me Ken and Jim, they're all going to fly to Montana and hide out?
Yeah.
Okay. I agree.
West Virginia.
All right. Pack your bags, guys. We're going hiding for a while.
Carrie, I just want to follow up a little bit on what Teddy's observations. I think she was spot on, and talked about the sort of the being pushed away minorities in burgeoning numbers of African American and Hispanic voters who were activated.
Did you feel that way?
Oh, absolutely. But I'll say this: I've been around a long time, and I've been around the Democratic Party for a long time. And what I have seen both in my former campaign and what I've seen in other campaigns is what happens is that the barnacle establishment waits until, say, September or October, shows up in black churches and says, all right, it's now time for you to go to work. And that particular statewide campaigns, I'd say every 4 years. What needs to happen now and forevermore is the Democratic Party and our friends engaging these waiting to be energized and activated, African Americans and others, all year long in a process to say, you know, we need you, you need us, we're one family. We're not one family in the fall, but we're one family all the time. And we respect you. And when that's demonstrated, and that we respect President Obama, you can't have Democratic candidates running away from the President of the United States. And that got communicated. I think you said in a more polite way. But I hope you communicate to the establishment that
If you ask me, am I Obama Democrat? You bet I am. We got to fix it. We got to say going forward from today, no complaining. We got to get in. And I'd like to know some of this myself, you know, because listen, I helped the party a lot. As most of you know, I mean, there was no one more active for Cree in the general election than me. I mean, I sent out, you know, over 1 million emails for Cree. I did events for Cree. I mean, I didn't give up. I kept swinging and fighting, you know, right to the end. I was the guy that kept putting on TV, we're going to win this thing. But I have a history of doing that. I just don't give up till I can't. I just give up. You know, when you say stand down, I stand down. But until then, I'm firing away. So, I'd like to know myself personally. We all got to get in that. Listen, at the end of the day, for the party, it's about winning elections. Okay? So, protecting what? I mean, the more people you bring in, the more people are going to help you win elections.
Terry, with your campaign, I was probably one of the most active volunteers. And after the primaries, I tried so hard to get involved with the joint campaign. I never tried so hard to find a job. 6-figure salaries have gotten easier than trying to get involved in this campaign. So I think they really need to get that out.
Yeah, I heard that people didn't hear, and listen, I'm a big guy in inclusion. Bring everybody in. On June 8th, the day before the primary, I was in the office, and we had 2 binders. I had 2 binders, each about that thick. One said Eads, one said Grant. And it had every supporter, financial, political, volunteer. And in 4 days, I'm pretty good on the calls. I don't mind asking, as you all know. I try to tell people, ask, I raised a few dollars in my life. And I always like to say, you ask for something, what's the worst thing people can say?
No.
No! I wouldn't have had a date in high school if I took no for an answer. It's just the beginning. So, listen, what happened there, I think it's a good lesson. We all know it, but we should get out of here all fired up and pumped up because we're right on the issues. President Obama's dealing with the tough issues. He needs us now more than ever. And I did hear a lot of people when I went out campaigning for Creative Falls. There was a little bit which we've got to deal with. They felt they'd come out and voted for President Obama in 08, and sort of, their job was done. We had done it, now we can sit back. I heard that over, I said, what are you, nuts? Done. You got to help, we got to make sure Tom Perriello stays in, and Glenn Nye. President Obama needs you now more than ever. But it was like, man, we got it, we're done, we can relax. You can't ever relax. The one thing is, just remember this, they are motivated on the other side. I'd given a speech a couple weeks before with Ed Gillespie, who was chairman of McDonald's campaign. He told me early on, he said, Terry, we have already ID'd 1 million of our voters, already got them tagged, already locked and loaded. They were motivated on the other side. They're motivated now. They're motivated to win this state Senate seat. They're motivated to take Tom Perriello down. We got to, after the health care vote, they were really going after him. Glenn Nye's got a tough race. We need to help Barack Obama more than ever by making sure we're bringing in people who support him on the legislation. Look with this. We got 60 seats in the Senate, 58 2 independents. We've got an 80-seat majority in the House, and look at how tough getting things through now is. Can you imagine after 2010, as we head into 2012, how difficult it's going to be? Now's the time we got to really fire it up. Fire it up!